Hello, welcome to Historically Gaming. I am the Fit Historian, and I'm going to be your guide as we explore all things history, while also doing some cozy gaming. So go ahead and grab a controller, a cup of coffee, your floofy companion, and let's get started. Alrighty, so today I thought we could do a quick tour of my valley here on Dreamlight Valley, and while we're walking around, I'll go ahead and go over my vision for this channel and what you can expect to see. So first up, we're going to start here in the Frozen Heights, just because my house is up here, honestly. My goal here is to make it look like a small town, like in the winter or during Christmas. I personally love the winter and the snow, so that's why I decided to have my main home up here rather than any of the other biomes. I also moved Remy's house up here and Scrooge's store just to add that town feel. They're the only big skyscraper type mansion-y looking buildings in the game, so they fit the theme up here pretty well. And while we walk around up here, you'll notice it's a bit of a mess at the moment, just because I recently just scrapped a bunch of things that I had up here, mainly because it was heavy on the Christmas side, and it just didn't fit what I was going for at the moment. So it is in a bit of a transitional phase, but hopefully we can get that fixed here soon, and you can kind of get the vibe of what I'm going for up here. Alright, now let's go down to the Forest of Valor and see what's going on down there. Here on the left, we have Elsa's cave, and I decorated a little bit on the outside just to make it a little cozy and give her a place to sit and hang out with friends. But over here is honestly one of my favorite builds I've ever done. It's Mirabelle's mini casita, and I tried to make it as fancy as I possibly could. In front of Mini Casita, I have a nice little fountain out front, and I tried to make it look like a roundabout driveway, because honestly, what's fancier than a roundabout driveway? I also have my pumpkin field over here on the right in front of Mini Casita. It's where I obviously do my pumpkin farming to try and make lots of money, but I also use that garden patch for farming a bunch of things that I need in mass quantities. Like I'm going to be farming sugarcane here soon for candy, which you'll see why I need that here in just a moment. Alright, over here we have my pride and joy, which is Mirabelle's garden. I imagine that she created this to provide a nice relaxing place where her friends can come and enjoy nature and each other's company. And I also figure while we're walking around in here, I'm going to take a moment and talk a little bit about my channel. If you follow me over on Instagram, you know I'm all about anything history, video games, my sweet fur baby Bernie. So I thought, why not combine history and video games? And you're probably asking, but how do you do that? Well, I figured the basic premises of this channel could be that we're gonna play some video games while I tell you some stories from history. I do have my bachelor's degree in history. I'm hoping to get back to my master's here soon. And as a historian, I'm all about making history fun and accessible to larger audiences. In the future, I'd love to branch out and do other forms of videos, like bringing on guest historians to play video games and chat about history, some live streams, stuff like that. Honestly, the sky's the limit with this channel. So if you have any ideas or topics or games that you want to see / learn about, let me know. Feel free to comment down below, and I'd love to hear your amazing ideas. Now that I've chatted your ears off about the channel, let's go ahead and head on over to the rest of the forest. Now the vibe over here is Candy Forest meets 100 Acre Woods. So over here across the bridge, I have an abandoned cottage. I wanted to have it like a little bit of a spooky vibe. I like to think of this as my sister's house. If you follow me over on Instagram, you know my sister goes by the name of Murky Allure. She likes all things dark and creepy, so I wanted to channel her over here. Headed over this way to the rest of the forest, I have my candy house and Vanellope's house. It's obviously still a work in progress. You can probably see why I need a lot of candy now. I have a lot of candy paths that I need to make, like a lot. Alright, so the rest of my valley is a little bit more put together than these last two biomes, so I promise it's going to get better from here on out. Here on my beach, this is where I've been focusing a lot of my attention lately, so you're going to see a little bit more decoration down here. Over here we have Moana's house. I decided to decorate it with a bunch of vegetation to make it look super tropical and inviting. She is placed right across from the little beach market because I have her fishing boat there so that she doesn't have to go very far to do any fishing. I also went ahead and put Goofy's stall in here so that it was easy to find. And then I just decorated it, trying to make it look like a nice place to hang out. We've got a nice little bar over here that serves smoothies. We've also got a little water feature over here with Maui's statue. These fountain tiles make a huge difference when I finally got them at Scrooge's store. I promise you, I'm going to use them everywhere. Over here I have Eric's castle, and then back here I have a little shared patio area with Ariel. Now if we go over this way across the bridge, we have some beach chairs and towels scattered around. I'm hoping to get at least one of the lifeguard towers one of these days, just so I can add it to the side of the beach to give it that classic beach vibe. I also have this area over here that I'm not quite sure what to do with. It's kind of empty, so if you have any ideas, let me know. Right up here we have the Glade of Trust. I decided to put Mickey and all of his friends up here because their houses go with the whimsical look I'm going for. I also decided to add Woody over here in the corner, just because, I don't know, I thought he fit the whimsical vibe that's going on. I'm hoping to be able to add some more toys and stuff like that to his front yard. I've also decided to put Mickey and Minnie near each other, but kind of separated a little bit because I figured they'd enjoy the closeness of being together, but also they kind of deserve some personal space, you know? I also have this area over here that I'm not quite sure what I want to do with. I had Ursula over here, but I moved her recently to a different biome. You'll see that here in a little bit. But if you have any ideas for this area too, like the other ones that I've shown you, just let me know. Now, if you go across the river again, we come over here to Donald's house. I loved how people put him in the meadow and the ponds, but wasn't sold on him being there in my valley, so I was playing around trying to figure out where I could fit him, and it turned out he actually fits right here. So I'm not quite sure how his boat ended up there, technically, but that's more of a Donald problem, not mine. So now we're here in the meadow. Over here I have Merlin. I affectionately like to call him Murmur for short. Why I do that, I'm not quite sure. I called him that one day and it kind of just stuck. But this is his house. I gave him a little raspberry patch and some piles of books out front. I also gave him a little tea spot for him and Fairy Godmother to meet up and have tea together. Is anybody else shipping them together though? I mean, or is it just me? Alright, back to this. So over here on this side of my meadow, I have started to build a little bit of a park. It's getting close to being finished, surprisingly. I have a seating area and a little live performance area so Olaf can put on his plays and Stitch can play his little ukulele for everyone. I've also decided to put a Ferris wheel over here. Over here we have a little bit more seating. I went with a more magical look to it. And then over here, I have a little picnic area and a small little market. I'm hoping to get the fruit stand and the vegetable stand to add to that area just to make it look more of like a market. Now here we have my little tree of tunnels. Kind of splits the meadow into two because I was going for two different vibes on either side of the meadow because I couldn't decide if I wanted to do a full park or do like a rustic type thing. So that's why I put the divider there in the center. This is the more wild side of the meadow, the more natural looking side. We have our apple orchard over here and some fishing spots. Don't mind the pit of souls over here. We really don't talk about that. The aliens seem to really enjoy it though. Now this over here, this is my junkyard. Wally and Buzz's houses looked so good together right here. And as soon as I saw them together, I knew I needed to make a junkyard. I mean, look at this. It's just perfect. Went ahead and put Wally's garden over here right beside the junkyard just so that it was close by. I also added a little tinkering table just so that it was easier for me to be able to craft items. Alright, up here we have my plaza. I went ahead and made this my amusement park with the amusement park items that we received. I have a little outhouse over here with a hand washing station. Over here we have Chez Remy with the gift shop, a little dining area off to the side. Over here I have a little food court. I also have a little petting zoo over here with a couple of the critter houses and little companions running around. This is my little centerpiece of my plaza with the clock tower. Over here we have the strength machine with some prizes. We have the teapot ride over here on the left. There's a better view of the Figment Topiary sitting area. Over here we have my pop-up area. So over here, as we get new characters and items, this area changes. So I had a Lion King themed area once. This is Cinderella themed because of the fairy godmother. I haven't changed it over to Wreck-It Ralph quite yet. Alright, and as we come over here, this is my little flea market. There are different stalls in here. You can buy some fabric and craft items over here. Flowers right here in the middle. Looks like Wally's gonna buy some balloons over here. And then we have a little hot cocoa stand as well. Right, this is my sunlit plateau. It's a little empty, but I don't mind. I wanted to keep it a little more wild and natural. Over here I have some hidden storage. That way when I'm grinding materials, I can just quickly put it off to the side until I'm ready to store it away with my chests in my house. I decided to put Stitch over here. A lot of people put him on the beach, but I think he looks cute over here in the corner. Create him a little oasis area with his beach towel and a swimming pool. On the other side here of the sunlit plateau, I decided this is where I was going to put my villains. So I have Ursula over here on the left with all of her purple decorations, and then over here is Scar's house. I decided to try and get all of the bone things that populate around to populate around his place. Took forever to do that, but I think I got a good amount over here. I even created a little entrance with the two big bone rocks with green lights, and at night it looks amazing. So if you want a nighttime tour of my valley, let me know. I can definitely do that. And now over here, this is where Scar used to be, but I decided to put Pride Rock here instead. I'm not sure if I like this area, so let me know what you think. I think I put a little too much in here. It's such a small space, but overall I was just trying to go for lively, natural, lots of tropical stuff, you know. Alright, and here's the Forgotten Lands. Unfortunately, I'm not going to show you it right now. It's in progress. I've actually started filming a video doing a speed build, so you're just going to have to stay tuned. If you want to see that, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and hit that little bell so that it'll notify you when I post. And don't forget to click on that little like button. Let me know that you like this video. And also go check out my Instagram. I have it linked down below for some more history content. Alright guys, have a historic day. Bye!